Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another top 5 video. We're going to be going over the Walking Dead universe in 2024. And we're going to be ranking the top 5 worst characters of 2024 for the Walking Dead. So, yeah, this is one that I definitely wanted to do. Now, I do acknowledge that this is not a top 10 video. That is because the Walking Dead universe this year, let's just be honest, there's not enough content to do a top 10 for the Walking Dead universe this year. The Ones Who Live was really a darn good show, and Daryl Dixon was, still a solid enough show that I don't really think there's 10 characters that annoyed me so much this year for Walking Dead, but doesn't mean there weren't some, because there are some, and I'm gonna delve into it. This is my top 5 least favorite characters of the Walking Dead this year. Let's get into it. Starting things off with number 5. Number 5 is going to go to, which might surprise some people, Lozang. Now, Lozang is a character that I have to admit, when I first saw the character, I actually was really interested in what they were going to do with him. I actually really thought that that character was going to work. I have to be honest about one thing, and I have to say that the reason why he's in my top 5 is for one reason simply. He ruined this season. He ruined everything that it could have been. He ruined everything that, it was standing for and everything it was set up for. What I mean by that is that his character should not have been the main villain of the season. Should not have been. I don't understand his motives. I don't understand why if he doesn't get Laurent, he's going to kill himself, is the way he puts it. And I don't understand his obsession. I don't get it. And his character became very annoying. Literally, this entire season, we're supposed to be fighting, Janae and the Pouvoir and all this other stuff. And then he somehow is the threat for the first half. And then somehow, after he loses, over half of his people to the Pouvoir, takes over the Pouvoir with his stupid side piece chick over here. And they decide to take over the darn group. And they start leading the group all the way through Paris, being like, is Laurent here? Is Laurent here? Is Laurent here? Is Laurent here? Honestly, when you think about the concept for a minute, it's fucking ridiculous. Let's be honest here. It's absolutely ridiculous. And you got this guy that believes that Laurent is this special child, and he's going to keep looking for him all over Paris, trying to raid communities just so he can get precious Laurent. No. Honestly, the character fell flat. I don't even understand what I was seeing in the character when I first saw him. I just find him so annoying, especially looking back, having enough time to sit on it. I don't get why they had to make him the main villain. I don't get why they had to take out Janae for him. And I don't get why he took over the Pouvoir. None of his writing made any sense. Besides, I guess what? His fighting with Daryl because Daryl turned on him? That's the only thing that made sense. Aside from that, his character was absolutely foolish, dumb, generic too, especially with the frickin' religious villain ideology. We've seen it. We've done this dance many times before. His character was really repetitive. Now, coming in at number 4, we're going to then go with the Greenland Girls. So, that's what I'm going to call them, the Greenland Girls. So, yeah, I'm going to pair them together with this one because they kind of just feel like one character. They don't really stand alone as their own thing. But the Greenland Girls are horrible. They're horrible. I don't get why they're in the story. They're absolute filler. And I'll also say this, I don't get why we had to have a pit stop in the first place. I mean, honestly, Carol should have just gone to France, and we should have fucking kept going, but, oh, wait a minute, that's right. The plane doesn't land properly because it's fucking been, messed up a million times, and its propeller's been fucked. So, we gotta land in Greenland now, right? So, now we're in Greenland, we've got all this stuff going on, and these chicks here want to, I guess, well, one of them does at least. She wants to fuck Ash so that she can get some kids to repopulate Greenland, and she wants a sperm donor, so here he is. So she ties him up to a plane and tries to fuck him while Carol shoots, she should have. While Carol sits there and doesn't do anything, and these chicks just take over. And I'm sorry, but it's the one time I'll say in this video, the acting, no offense to the actresses, was awful. It was awful. I didn't believe them at all. They weren't believable. They were really horribly acted. Like I said, no offense to them, just wasn't their role. Was not vibing with it at all. Was not vibing with the story. Was not vibing with the characters. Was not even vibing with the deaths, honestly. It was terrible. All around, it was terrible. And it was filler. It didn't do anything. And you may say, oh, well, Dan, it did do something. Ash got his first human kill. who gives a shit? Have him kill somebody in France, you know? Like, I'm sure it will pain you another episode or two to figure that out, you know? No, terrible, pointless plot. Number 3 is then going to be, which this one might surprise a few people, number 3 is then going to be the right-hand chick of Lo Zhang. Yes, I know, minor character, but I'm gonna put her on here. I think her name is Jenca. I don't really give a shit to know. She was horrible. She was not scary whatsoever. She's worse than Lo Zhang in my opinion, because at least Lo Zhang mapped out what he was doing. This chick here just threw Daryl under the bus. She threw our entire crew under the bus, which I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. But there's no reason to why what she does is the motive, you know what I mean? Like, she just does these things, you know? She just does it because she's evil. She doesn't really have any kind of, like, you know, past or dialogue that means anything or anything. You know, she kind of just stands there like, Laurent is our future. Laurent, we have to get the boy. I sacrificed Daryl because I can do whatever I want. Chick, shut the fuck up. Like, seriously. This character annoyed the fuck out of me. And I'm sorry, but honestly, I love Codron, but what the fuck are you doing? You clearly didn't kill her in 205. You just threw her against a fucking wall. I would check, goddammit. I would flip her over and be like, okay, yeah, no, clearly not dead. You know? But no, they didn't do that at all. They were just like, oh, she's not. Oh, okay, you know, and she ain't dead. She fell, you know, towards the wall. That's good enough, you know. Her character was terrible, and then they somehow feel the need to make her the main villain in the finale. I don't even understand what they were going for there, but they for some reason decided that it was a good idea to make her the main villain. Whatever. Terrible, absolutely terrible. Number 2 is going to be the most overhyped and most terribly underused villain of TV. Number 2 is General Beal. What the fuck would they... What were they doing? I mean, seriously, what the fuck were they doing? You are getting an actor of television that is known for phenomenal roles, in particular for John Locke on Lost. Terry O'Quinn is an incredible actor. This is not on him when I'm blaming this character. The actor is incredible. The character, however... Holy frick me, I don't understand what happened here. I really don't. I mean, they had everything. They had the dialogue with Rick that was going good. They had all of the right things. He was in charge of CRM. You had a great actor. You had the premise. You had all these things. You even had a rivalry with Okafor. And they didn't do anything. He just sits there. Like, literally, he just sits there. He sits there, he talks, he yaps, he, you know, shits all over Rick on his plans to get back to his family, but... he doesn't do anything of use. Like, he doesn't. The echelon briefing is, like, the most there thing I've ever seen. Oh, we only have, you know, 14 years or so left on this planet before we're gone and we're done and we're not going to be around anymore. Yeah, well, whatever. Tales of the Walking Dead says otherwise. Right there, that's a problem. When Tales of the Walking Dead is the show that makes more sense than this fucking character that's absolutely just... crushing the absolute hell out of the logic right now, and Tales of the Walking Dead's the one that's presenting the more logic at the moment because they actually showed 30 plus years in the apocalypse in one of their episodes. We don't know which one because Gimple never tells us, but one of those, there's a problem somewhere. This character was terrible. He wasn't scary, which he should have been. He wasn't intimidating, which he should have been. He wasn't even interesting, which he should have been. Rick kills him like some dumbass old man in a nursing home and gets the fuck out of there. I mean, that's all he was. And literally in his final line, he's like, "Goddamn Okafor!" What the fuck? Like, what are we doing right now? Seriously, that's the big boss that we've been waiting for. That's the big deal that we've been waiting to see for years of this franchise. Honestly, Gimple, what the fuck, dude? Honestly, what the fuck? But the most annoying character, I guess here's your hint. The biggest thorn in my side this year for Walking Dead universe is gonna go to Pearl Thorn. Where do I even begin with this character? This is, to me, the most missed opportunity of a good guy I've ever seen. She was a Navy. She was a awesome character to Rick, a great ally. I liked her stuff with Okafor. She gave Okafor the scar on his head, which would have been cool to see. I would have liked to see a flashback about that. Her character was really interesting. I even think the acting is really good. I liked her. I thought, she did really good. I thought she was going to be a cool ally. But the reason why she's my least favorite is for this simple reason. They took a very, very unbelievable twist to her character, where as soon as she got the echelon briefing, it's like she got brainwashed, and she just turned on Rick, turned as an evil freaking idiot, and never went back. You know what I mean? Like, she just never, ever went back. And they had to deal with her in the fart gas in the friggin' finale. Like, it was terrible. I'm telling you one thing right now. This character is... I just don't get what they're doing. I don't get it. Like, you mean to tell me that she got the echelon briefing, which now that we know what the echelon briefing is, it's pretty stupid that she got brainwashed to begin with. But, like, you got brainwashed from that, really? Like, what's in the tea? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But not only that, she stands for what she believes in, but then at the last moment when she's sitting there on the ground in this frickin' fart gas, this radiation, Fear the Walking Dead looking bullshit, she's like, I was wrong. Beal was wrong. You were right. Okay, honestly, like, chick, just lay down and die already, honestly. So, there you go, y'all. That's my top 5. Walking Dead universe this year did not, in my opinion, provide enough characters to do a top 10. But this top 5, I greatly, greatly stand on. These characters sucked. They sucked ass. I guess you could count them 6 characters. But, yeah, no, these characters were terrible. So, those are my least favorite Walking Dead characters this year. Obviously, let me know your opinions down below. I will say one thing. It's nice to have a list of Walking Dead universe without Fear the Walking Dead in the list. Because I did this last year, and Fear the Walking Dead characters took over, like, pretty much my entire list. So, I'm glad that I'm not able to put Fear in this anymore, because it used to hog my lists, like, admittedly. So, there you go, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And what are your least favorite characters of the Walking Dead universe? Post that down below. So, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click to subscribe and to miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Sure, follow me at Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews. Subscribe, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys very soon for more videos of The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Thorn in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies did a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a straight fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.